Today we're looking at a CPC 6128 with external disk drive that has an issue where when you catalogue the disk in drive A it works fine, but when you catalogue it in B it just says disk missing. So let me demonstrate that to you. And that works absolutely fine. We will then take that disk out and put it in the B drive. We can see it says disk missing. So let's take this CPC apart and see if we can see what's going on. Now if we have a look at the port for disk drive B, we can see that clearly something's been going on here. It looks like a track's been cut there. And if we look over sort of underneath here, we can see that somebody's attempted to solder something onto that chip there. And over here we can see that somebody's obviously cut a wire and decided to rejoin it again. So to me this looks like perhaps this machine has had an ABBA switch put in, and the owner decided they didn't want that in anymore, so they took it out. And because drive A worked and maybe they didn't have a drive B, they didn't bother testing the B drive. But I think what we're going to have to do is join this track back up again to where it should go. And again, the clue is over here. Somebody's already had a little bit of solder on there. So I think we need to join just that little pad there up to here, and hopefully we should be able to get it working again. Let's jump over to the service manual. And if you just follow that pin that's 7 along, which is connected to the trace that's broken, we can see that it goes to pin 8 of IC206. And we can confirm this by having a look at the schematic diagram. If we follow back pin 8 of IC206, we can see that it goes to the drive select 1 pin of the external disk interface. Let's give that a bit of a clean up first of all, just so we can see what we're working on. Yeah, someone's done a real number on that. And let's try just soldering that back up again. I think first of all we'll get rid of some of these wires, kind of getting in the way a little bit. Make life a little bit easier. First thing I think we want to do is just get a little bit more solder onto that chip. And then we'll just add a little bit of solder onto that pad there, although it is looking a little bit sorry for itself, but hopefully it should be okay. That's looking a little bit better. We'll just take a bit of Kynar wire and solder it on there. And we'll take that across to this chip over here. Let's check the continuity between that leg and the joint. That seems good to me. Let's put it back together and see if it works. That looks good. Yep, that seems to work just fine. Great, and let's check the A drive, make sure that's still working okay. And that's fine too. And this repair was really helped by having the schematic and also the PCB layout diagram just to verify what that pin was actually for, and to work out that, you know, it could be responsible for the disk missing fault on drive B. It would have been doable without it, of course, because I could just have scraped away a little bit of the track that was cut and then measured the continuity between that and then one of those logic chips. IC206 was the obvious one just because of how near it was to the port. And that's it for this time. Nice easy one, nothing too complicated, no logic chips to replace or test or anything like that. Sometimes you just get these really nice easy repairs, and other times they're a pain in the arse. But this one was great. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.